Hey boys and girls, I'm Cheryl Totten with Boys and Girls Club of Greater Baton Rouge. I am here for day 5 of a little bit more about be safe, be smart with Get Real About Violence for 3rd, 4th, and 5th graders. And I hope that you have enjoyed these series of videos and that you have acquired or learned some hands-on tools that you can use to help you along your journey to joy. Okay, that's what I've been calling a lot of things. But one of the things that I hope you are doing, and if you haven't already, it's not too late, is to start a journal. Okay, and I want you to put in that journal your history. In other words, where you come from. All right, things that's happened to you in your life, and people that are in your life, and so forth, and things you've learned. All right, your history of who you are. And I want you to continue to make journal entries about what's going on right now and how you feel about it and what your thoughts are and what your reactions to everything that's happening in your life and your thoughts and your dreams. I want you to make an entry of what you dream and hope for. I also want you to include in there a list of things that you really like about yourself, things you're good at, things that you've accomplished, and things that are important to you. I also want you to make a list that might be a little more difficult for some of us, or the things you don't like about yourself, and the things that you wish you could change. And in that list, you may have even included something that you've done in the past that you didn't like the way you handled that situation, and you want to change that in you so that it doesn't happen again. I really want to talk to you today about self-esteem and self-worth. I kind of want to put our focus on that because to move forward, if you are not have a lot of self-esteem, you might feel afraid, and fear can be very, very controlling. It can really take over and control all of the things that you risk to do, okay, or wish to do. If you're afraid of it, it might keep you and prevent you from trying new things, okay? So let me give you an example, a definition of self-esteem. And self-esteem is an individual's evaluation of their own worth. That is a self-evaluation of what you feel like you're worth, okay? And don't get it confused with self-worth, all right? Because self-esteem, it gives you, it incorporates the beliefs or the things you believe about yourself. It talks about the emotional things and the way you feel about yourself, such as the things you've accomplished, your triumphs, your disappointments, and the amount of pride and shame that you feel. So that's your self-esteem. It's all in there. And if you've done things in the past and you feel really ashamed of those, well, you can maybe tell yourself or hear recordings played over again in your mind that's saying, oh, you're not worth this, you're not worth that because of what you do and how you treat people. Well, that is what maybe somebody else thinks. But what is your worth? Your self-esteem, how you feel about yourself, is based off of what you believe you're worth. And that comes from your self-esteem. Your self-worth, however, is a little bit different, okay? It's how you value yourself. It's not based on what others think of you or the things that you have or have not done or accomplished yet. It comes from within you, what you think you're worth. I'm not worth trying to be friends with that person. They'll never be my friend. I'm not, I'm not worth their time. Well, that's your evaluation of how much you think you're worth. And you know what? You need to be proud to be who you are. All right? Part of your story is your barrel and what all you carry around with you all the time. All right? Remember, There's a reason why people are mean. And the reason people are mean is because they've been hurt before. And they either carry around that feeling of hurt, they feel like it'll never go away, or they're afraid it'll go happen again. And so they go out and they are mean to other people to put that hurt out there, or to put that meanness out there, keep it going. All right. And then there are other people who have been hurt that don't stay victim to being hurt. They rise above it. They come out of that flame like Superman did, and they overcome it, and they move on with their life, and they go on. I recently heard something that really makes a lot of sense. I can stay stuck being unhappy and being hurt and being a victim to the situation, but you know what? The party elsewhere is still going on. And are you going to miss out on that? And life and that journey for joy is what I'm talking about. You're going to miss out on that because you want to stay stuck being a victim. Okay? Well, it's a choice. And your self-esteem and your self-worth, it all plays into that. All right? So look inside. All right? I want you to look inside at the things that affect your self-worth. All right? It's different than being assertive and aggressive. Now, those are totally different things. Those are your reaction to things that are happening outside of you. These, your self-worth and self-esteem, are things that happen within you, and you think about those things that are inside you and how you feel about it. All right? It's your voice in your head that are telling you how you feel. Now, you know what? There are people who are hurt and are victims. And I like to use an example of that, of say, turning around, all right? Turning around over and over and over and over again. Eventually you're going to get dizzy, all right? You keep on turning around, well, then you're going to stumble and you're going to fall down and you might get hurt, all right? Well, you keep on, well, you might get sick to your stomach, all right? So it's up to you to stop spinning around in that victim cycle. All right, it's time for you to stop spinning around, stop hurting yourself or allowing yourself to be hurt, and stop and do something different. All right, if you don't feel like you're worth anything or you have low self-esteem, change that. Can you do it? Sure you can. If you're watching this video, you are online, you're on the internet, and so you have access to researching information and tips of how you can improve your self-esteem and feel better about who you are. You know, we have all accomplished things, and we have all made mistakes, and mistakes are one of the things that will help to destroy how we feel about ourselves and our worth, and make us feel like we're a bad person sometimes because of the mistakes that we've made. Guess what? Everybody makes mistakes, all right? So pick yourself up and do it better next time. Don't keep making that same mistake. That is where you're going to gain self-confidence, which gives you self-esteem, which when you have that, you feel more worthy. You feel worth more to yourself, okay? Whenever we have self-esteem, and I'm going to go back to self-esteem and self-worth, we feel better about ourselves. When we feel better inside of ourselves and we're confident, we may feel joy, we know we're loved, we have the ability to love. And when we do that and we see smiles on other people's faces and we feel all those good emotions flowing around in us. Remember, our heart, the scars on our heart, I said if I put some glitter in there or some sparkles in there, then it would all get mixed up and those scars would lose their dullness. The shine of the joy would really sparkle above any of the scars that's on your heart. And we can do that. That's what self-esteem and self-worth can do. Can change the scars on your heart a little bit to not hurt so bad and not let you carry around all of these hurtful feelings. Okay? Also, when you gain self-worth and self-esteem, you don't let those tapes, or the, not tapes, but those recordings of mean messages that were shared, put up on you and shared with you about you, you don't let them replay. Because, you know, if you hear people tell you, oh, you're ugly, you're mean, or not mean, but you're silly, or you're stupid, or whatever, you might replay those messages over and over in your head and become um, a victim in your own mind and believe that that's true. Well, is it? Is it good for me and you, for you to think about yourself like that? It's not. All right? Because that's just keeping the hurt going, and that's what you're putting out in the world, whether you make that choice or not. People just are around you and they can just feel it. All right? So, we replay the messages in my mind. Don't let those messages define you. That's not who you are. You are whoever you choose to write your story about. Look at your history. Pick out the things you like about yourself. Elaborate on those. Increase those. And get rid of the things about yourself you don't like. All right? And don't let those messages keep being played over and over again. And don't let those mean messages speak louder than the nice messages. Because you know what? I'm sure that somewhere along the line or along your lifetime, you have had somebody give you some encouragement. If not, I'm giving you some right now. And I want to encourage you to dig and find the good things you like about yourself and let those things shine through. Okay? You don't have to listen to those mean messages. And don't let the mean people continue to come around you. Make better choices of the people that you're with. All right? Being a friend and making good choices is going to be a way that you can build self-esteem and self-worth. Because if you're around friends who use you or treat you in a way that you don't like, it's hard to turn those messages off. All right? But you can do it. Bullies can change. If you're a bully or have been a bully in the past or have bullied people before, man, you can really, really make a difference in this world. You can make people look at you different and get some great reactions of man, I really like the person you've become. You really make me feel safe when I'm around you, rather than make me feel afraid or threatened by you. And so you'll make a lot more friends if you change your ways. All right? So, friends, all right, have a voice of kindness. All right? Have a voice of hope. Have a voice of spreading joy and standing up for people, knowing who you are, and finding your self-worth. A few things about self-esteem is I want you to make a note of your accomplishments and post them somewhere. Like you can make little signs, all right, and say, I did this, okay? Or I no longer listen to mean messages. That can be building your self-worth and your self-esteem. Now, I want to talk to those people who don't have a problem with self-esteem, because there's a lot of people out there, all right? First of all, here, kids with self-esteem, listen to this. Kids with self-esteem, they feel proud about what they can do. They see good things about themselves, believe in themselves even when they don't do well at first. If you've made a mistake, they feel liked and accepted. They accept themselves even when they make mistakes. So those are kids with self-esteem. That's what I want you to be. I want you to feel confident and like yourself, okay? Now here's some signs of some low self-esteem, or kids who do not have a lot of self-esteem. They don't think they are good as others, so they judge themselves harshly. They don't feel liked or accepted. They feel left out. Think more about the times they failed than the times that they did well. So they dwell or they focus on the things that they didn't do well rather than the things that they did do well. They're focusing on the scars on their heart, okay? And don't notice the good things about themselves and are hard on themselves and give up easily. Low self-esteem doesn't sound like a really fun place to be, all right? You're giving up on yourself and you're not doing things that bring you joy, all right? I want you to change that, and you can. Focus on yourself for a little bit. Do some journaling. Do some exploring about who you are, what you're made of, and then start writing a new story or writing a continue a good story. Because, you know, boys and girls, everybody's good at times. So find those good things and elaborate on those. Expand those nice and good things that you know are in there and build upon those. Boys and girls, if you look back here, you'll see. I want you to be proud and be you, okay? It's cool to be kind. Spread kindness and stop the meanness. Use your voice. Find it. Keep yourself safe. Keep yourself around people who are safe and encourage you and do the things that bring joy to your life. Be a buddy, not a bully. And if you've been a bully in the past, do that research on yourself and find out what maybe prompted you or made you do that. And deal with it. Talk to somebody about it. Write it out. Write how you felt about it. And then change it. All right? Because in order to get respect, you have to give it. Boys and girls, I thank you so much for viewing our videos. And there's a couple of links and trusted websites that follow these videos. And I really hope that you'll utilize those things. If you need any more information, you can contact the Boys and Girls Club of Greater Baton Rouge. And maybe we'll see each other one day. Have a wonderful day, boys and girls.